Konnichiwa, this is the Shogunstein, and this is the Emperor's edition of the new version of Nippon board game. This is the Emperor's edition, and this is a colorblind perspective of the components in the new edition of Nippon from a colorblind board game perspective. Overall, the board and the spaces, there's a lot of symbols and it's very easy to read, at least in my color blindness. I haven't had any issues with the actual board. Again, I tend to be blue, purple, colorblind, red, green, brown, colorblind. So in terms of the symbols and the spaces on the board and the places, the things you're going to do, that has not, I don't see any kind of issues there. In terms of the worker meeples, there are 6 colors. There are 6 types of worker meeples. And again, the colors are very distinct. No real problem here. Yellow and sort of the orangish red. Can tell them apart. The green and the red can tell them apart. So no issues with the actual worker meeples. Now, in terms of the components, I found 2 of the colors to be a little closer than I would like. And again, there are 4 different colors you can play with. So if you're playing a 2-player game or a solo game, maybe not use these 2. But this greenish color and this bluish purple color, I can tell them apart, but they're a little too close. You know, I wish they'd have done something maybe with some different colors or use some sort of different symbol to tell them apart. Again, the shapes of the boats and the trains and the different tokens are, you know, whether it be the machines or the favor tokens, or, you know, again, you got your ships and your trains. They're just, they're the same depending on what color you're using. So it doesn't matter which color you're using, they got the same markings and symbols on it. So I just found these 2 colors, I can tell them apart, but it's a little closer than I would have liked. Again, you can use the yellow and the red if you find these 2 too close. But they could have done 2 different colors. Maybe the only components of the game that I had a little trouble telling apart was the expert worker tiles that go over here. Again, these colors on these expert worker tiles were just a little too close. And again, there's nothing to distinguish the different colors. Again, sometimes a game, you know, puts a little symbol or something on there in addition to the color. So instead of looking at the color, you can use the symbol. Again, this is you know, this is a $90 game. This I picked this off Amazon. I know a lot of people backed it on the Kickstarter. So again, just a little thing like, you know, some kind of symbol to tell the colors apart. Just a little tiny little hack could make a big difference. So again, these expert worker tiles, these this was the only these expert worker tiles, but the only real thing that I had a little bit of trouble with trying to match up. I think I got them on the right part of the board. I hope so. So that would be the only thing maybe to look out for. Again, these 2 a little close, but not impossible, not, you know, Century Spice Road telling those cubes apart level of the difference. But again, I wish they had maybe done a different color or, again, some kind of symbol. But overall, again, with your main workers, your different factory tiles, all those things, the map of Japan. Overall, no real colorblind issues here. Just the little things. Again, they could have thrown a little symbol there to help, maybe use 2 different colors here. But overall, seems a relatively colorblind friendly game. This is a look at the Emperor's edition of Nippon. This is the Shogunstein getting ready to make some Zabatsus in the Meiji Restoration modernization era of Japan. This is the Shogunstein out.